Hey, man, do you wish that you would have drafted Bucky Irving last year? Maybe Puka Nacua the year before that, along with Kyron Williams? Well, guess what, dude? There was rumblings throughout minicamp, throughout OTAs about those players, about how good they were and how involved they were going to be. And if you listened close enough, you would have drafted them and reaped the benefits. Well, today, man, we're going to be doing an inventory on every single hype train I have heard about and have taken seriously. Okay, so quotes from coaches, quotes from other players have led me to this. I've got 17 players, all range from like round 5 to undrafted, mostly undrafted rookies. But again, man, and as the season goes on, if these hype trains fall off, we will be deleting these, okay? And if you guys can think of hype trains as well on your teams, okay, please add them down below in the comments. But before the season starts, dude, before the draft starts, we will have a list of the players that we need to pay attention to, and we will find the Puka Nacuas, the Kyron Williams, the Bucky Irvings before they happen, and you have to pay up for them or you missed out already, okay? So huge episode today, but you got to hold on for 7 seconds. All right, you are looking at the inventory for the Hype Trains 2025 that I have found so far this season, going through all the news I can find, okay? So it is sorted by position right now. First column is the player's name. Second column is the team they are on, because there are players that you may not have heard of so far. The position they play. Again, you might have not heard of these players, dude. The draft capital, which is huge, man. Okay, so if they are drafted in like the first 2 rounds, like a 50% plus hit rate, maybe 70%. After that, it falls off to like 30%. So we want players in the first 3 rounds, first 2 preferably. The years in NFL, are they a second year wide receiver that's going to blast off this year? No, there are not any of those, but still. Depth chart, okay, where are they on the depth chart? Jaquez Hunter, right now, the running back for the Rams, the battering ram, so Sean McVay calls him, is 3rd on the depth chart. So behind Kyron Williams, behind Blake Corum, that is where you're going. And then the interest rate level. What is my interest level in these, hype trains? Okay, so 1 out of 5. 5 being I'm the most interested. 1, I'm just paying attention. So not many 1s, some 2s, and like 3 5s. I did highlight those. So first up, man, Jaquez Hunter on the Rams, dude. He was taken in the 4th round. I was super pumped up on Blake Corum last year. But the way Sean McVay runs his offense, he likes to get one running back in there and give him everything. So as long as Kyron Williams is alive and healthy, Jaquez Hunter is not going to be a factor. But hey, Kyron Williams does get injured. He is undersized, and he has had more touches over the last 3 years than I think any other running back in the NFL. So we do not know if Blake Corum will get the job or if it will be Jaquez Hunter, and everything coming out of that, it's all been from Sean McVay about how heavy he runs, how hard he runs. So, I mean, I saw Blake Corum being maybe taking away some goal line carries because Blake Corum was the goal line back in college. Yeah, dude, he's got competition with Jaquez Hunter, so pay attention to him. Next up, Croskey-Merritt. Sounds like a Muppet, dude. Washington Commanders. The running back there, he was a 7th round draft pick, and he has been making some of the most waves I have seen. A 7th round draft pick running back doing a long time, dude. It's like a Shanahan type of situation here. He is a rookie. He is 5th on the depth chart behind Austin Ekeler. So I like Austin Ekeler a lot, but Austin Ekeler is being touted as the 3rd down back right now. And I have always hated Brian Robinson's efficiency. He has been a terrible runner since he got in the league, given he was shot in the leg, but he's just been given so much opportunity. It has paid off. Okay. So they use him so much within the 5, so much on the 1 yard line. He has been a huge benefactor of the usage he has been getting. And if Croskey-Merritt gets that, man, because everything I've seen about is breaking tackles, between the tackles, straight line runner. So I am seeing him taking the job from Brian Robinson. But again, I really like Austin Ekeler here. I think I'm targeting him the most out of those running backs. But if I don't know where to go in one of my last picks, dude, this Jacory guy is somebody to pay attention to. Taj Brooks. Did you watch the combine, man? This guy was the most natural pass catcher out of anybody. He looked like a wide receiver out there. And they just let go of Zach Moss. They did sign Samaje Perine. He's old as shit. But again, so Cincinnati running back, they drafted him in the 6th round as a pure PPR flex option in running back. We talked about 0 running back strategy. I would be paying attention to Taj Brooks being the pass catcher. And as far as volume goes, man, Joe Burrow has thrown the ball, the most out of any quarterback over the last 3 years. So the opportunity for a PPR machine is here, and he just has to beat out Samaje Perine. What I've been hearing in camp is that he is catching all kinds of balls. He is the pass-catching machine right now. And Samaje Perine is probably getting a lot of off days because he's like my age, dude. So not great there. Third on the depth chart behind those people. But yeah, kind of mid as far as interest level for me, because I do think that there is a role cut out for this guy already on this team. Next up, Kyle Monangai. All right. I was all about him in, I think it was rookie OTAs. That's all you heard about. Not a lot of buzz lately, but still, the buzz that was from him was from the coach. So I like that. You're going to see 3 Chicago Bears on here. This is one of the offenses that we are paying attention to because with all the change, and they should be progressing a lot. So we're going to be targeting this offense. But this guy was only a 7th round running back, rookie. He is 3rd in the depth chart behind Roschon Johnson and DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift, man, his efficiency has sucked forever, okay? But he did play with Ben Johnson before, so he's probably going to get first crack. Kyle Monangai is somebody that he said they can trust in the fall. That's what the coach said. So they're already trusting this guy, and he has flashed multiple times, and he is drafted by a coach that knows how to use running backs, and it was one of his first draft picks, dude. In his first draft. Anyways, moving forward, Egbuka, okay? If you have not heard about this guy, you've been living under a rock as far as fantasy football goes. He has been making all kinds of headlines with his play in the fantasy offseason. So, Tampa Bay wide receiver, 1st round draft pick. He is a rookie. He is 3rd in the depth chart, but Godwin is injured. So right now, he is the wide receiver 2 for a Baker Mayfield option. He's already listed ahead of Jalen McMillan, and Jalen McMillan was like a high-end wide receiver 2 in that offense without Godwin. Just imagine Egbuka. Okay, so I have my interest level here is a 5. I'm going to be paying attention to this and Godwin's injury reports and everything else. But as of right now, if Godwin is injured, I'm going to be drafting Egbuka in every single draft I do. He could be a huge hit, a high chance for a league winner. Plus, he has that draft capital for that high hit rate. Another person with high draft capital, man, the number 1 wide receiver taken overall, okay, in this last year's draft, Green Bay wide receiver Matthew Golden. When the first round, like I said, he's a rookie. He is number 2 on the depth chart behind Jaden Reed. My interest level for this, just because of his draft capital and the ambiguous, wide receiver room there, anybody could be that true number 1. It is a 4. It would be a 5, okay, but I hate this wide receiver. I hate the way that they use wide receivers in this offense. They just spread it around a ton. I do not know if I even believe in Jordan Love anymore. But we do have 2 Green Bay players on here, so there is some opportunity in this offense, man. They have no true number 1 anything. So, except for running back. That's all they're going to do is run the ball with Josh Jacobs. But as far as the passing games go, there is going to be a lot of opportunity for value here, and that's why I'm targeting Matthew Golden. And again, he's got a lot of reports of making huge plays already and showcasing his speed. That's like the number 1 thing people are noticing right now. Then Jalen Royals, dude. All these Kansas City beat writers and Kansas City fans, they take over Reddit sometimes, and they keep on talking about Jalen Royals. Holy shit. And then we got Rashee Rice situation taken off, and then Xavier Worthy just came down with a hurt something or other. I can't remember what it was, but his timetable, I don't think he has a timetable to return right now. So, dude, Jalen Royals was a rookie this year in the 4th round. So they had Rashee Rice, they have Hollywood Brown, they have the guy I just talked about, I can't remember what his name is right now. Oh, Xavier Worthy. And they went out and drafted another wide receiver with a premium pick, dude, 4th round. So he is 5th on the depth chart, and my interest level in him is a 2 because this offense likes to run the ball. It's all about defense. It's going to be Rashee Rice when he comes back all the time anyway. So even if you do hit with Jalen Royals in the beginning, it's going to fall off a cliff a little bit when Rashee Rice comes back. So it's only a 2 interest in this, but it's something to pay attention to. And if you listen to the Kansas City beat writers and Chiefs and the Chiefs fans, you're drafting this guy wherever he is. Then, all right, here we go, man. The most hyped up wide receiver I've seen in a long time. This is the hype train fucking off the rails right here. Deontay Thornton. I just was watching a video, I think it happened yesterday, catching a touchdown from Geno Smith. That's been happening repeatedly. He's already ahead of Jack Beck, dude, who is a higher drafted wide receiver that they got in the depth chart. So Jacoby Myers is the other wide receiver there. We're talking about a deep threat on one side and Jacoby Myers on the other side. So 2 different roles. Everything is lining up for Deontay Thornton right now. Las Vegas wide receiver. He was a 4th round draft pick. Third on the depth chart was Jacoby Myers, something, whatever. But it's still, the important thing is he's ahead of Jack Beck. And the way he's playing right now, he has a clear-cut role. So my interest level in this guy is a 5. All right. So he's a 4th-round wide receiver, and I've got a 5-level interest. I love Jacoby Myers, man, but would it surprise you if some other young wide receiver came and took all the targets? It would not. And Geno Smith is a good quarterback, man. He's not amazing, but he is good, and he does not mind throwing the ball deep. Anyways, moving forward, man, Kyle Williams, he just caught like a touchdown from Drake May and then like a 35-yarder in the last press report that I saw. So he's been catching touchdowns, man, as a rookie wide receiver. 3rd-round draft pick, so that's what we're looking for. We want top 3 draft capital. He is a rookie. He is 4th on the depth chart. Now, Stephon Diggs is there. And Stephon Diggs, I do expect to take a big step forward. And I've been seeing a lot about Pop Douglas as well. So Demario Douglas has been catching a lot of good passes. So I'm just saying, man, but the person with the highest upside on that team is Kyle Williams and Travion Henderson. But still, my interest right now is a 4 in him. I loved his profile coming out. I love his role in this Josh McDaniels offense. So give it to me. All right, next up, man, Luther Burden, Chicago wide receiver. How many wide receivers do they got? They got DJ Moore. They've got Rome Odunze. And then this guy is listed as wide receiver 3. And go and just check out Ben Johnson and Luther Burden. He talks about how fast he is. It's jumping off all the time. All the beat writers are talking about all the plays he's making. It is kind of insane, the amount of hype that Luther Burden is getting right now from Chicago, more so than Colson Loveland and more so than Kyle Monangai. So really the most hyped player coming out of the Bears camp is Luther Burden. My interest level is a 4 in this. If it wasn't for Rome Odunze and DJ Moore, I'd be fucking all about this. But that is not the case. So great news about Luther Burden, but we need to pay attention to that. Pat Bryant, he is supposed to be Marquise Colson of this year. Troy Franklin last year, they drafted, and that he went to college with Bo Nix. He did not do anything. And a lot of hype about Troy Franklin, but even more hype about Pat Bryant right now. And he is listed behind Franklin. He's a 3rd-round draft pick. So again, what we want is a top 3 draft capital. He has that way down on the depth chart behind Franklin, but pay attention to him right before the season starts, man. If he climbs up the depth chart to maybe wide receiver 3, I will be targeting Pat Bryant late in drafts. Jameson Williams, dude. Jared Goff has been coming out and gushing over him repeatedly. So he's been saying I'm on rounds, whatever. But as far as who's taking the biggest steps from last year, it was Jameson Williams almost every single time. He's the player that I'm seeing out of the Detroit minicamp the most, as far as his name goes. He had 1st-round draft capital, man, 16th overall. This is his 4th year in the league. The first 2 was wiped out by injuries and suspensions. Then he kind of hit hard last year, was an amazing wide receiver 2 for your team. He's not being drafted as such this year. Okay. So again, he will be a value. And my interest in this right now is a 3. So if he falls to me and I like it, I will be drafting him. But there are some running backs and some other values around where he's going that I like even more. But he is being hyped up right now. And then Rashid Shaheed is being hyped up as the most physical wide receiver on the Saints. And you saw what happened, man. Last year, he was better than Chris Olave until he got injured. So people forgot about that. Now they're getting a 27-year-old person in there that should be able to run the offense somewhat. And all the reports out of camp are Rashid Shaheed looks like a beast. So New Orleans wide receiver. He was an undrafted free agent in 2022, so 4 years in the league. He's at number 2 on the depth chart, and he's going so late, dude. So the potential's there. He's already done it 2 years in a row, man. As far as exceeding expectations, people do not realize how good this guy is. My interest level is a 3, so it's just average. I'm paying attention to see how I want to see Tyler Slow or whatever and what this offense is going to look like. And then I might invest into Rashid Shaheed. And then Jordan Watkins, man, apparently people were like, this is the Puka Nacua, man. This is Puka Nacua all over again. So we know about all of the wide receiver issues right now. Jawan Jennings injured, calf. He's going to bust his Achilles, man. I'm waiting for it, but still wants to be traded. Ricky Pearsall, hamstring. Brandon Ayuk, no timetable to return. So where are the wide receivers? They drafted a wide receiver in the 4th round this year. It was Jordan Watkins. So 4th-round rookie, that's fine with Shanahan. I allow a little bit deeper for Shanahan. That's what she said. But yeah, depth chart, he is number 6, dude. My interest level is number 2 because He is injured right now. He just got injured like late this last week. But before that, man, he was literally all over the beat writers and the fans and some Kyle Shanahan stuff as well. So Jordan Watkins, if he comes back healthy, we need to pay attention to him. Colston Loveland, I'm targeting him as if I don't get George Kittle, I'm getting Colston Loveland. And then I'll wait for Chigo Okonkwo and Zach Ertz and stuff like that in like the second to last rounds, for God's sakes, dude. I would not be surprised if Colston Loveland got 10 touchdowns. Do you remember when Sam Laporta had 10 touchdowns? I'm telling you, man, they love to run the tight ends in the red zone in this offense, and this is this guy's strength. And he is more athletic than Sam Laporta, way higher draft capital than Sam Laporta. 10 touchdowns for Colston Loveland. But again, everything coming out of camp is he is a beast when it comes to contested catches. And then this guy right here was getting a lot of hype in the mini OTAs, and then he's gotten injured, and there's been no hype. So Tyler Higbee is kind of coming back. But Terrence Ferguson, man, the Rams really wanted Brock Bowers the year before. There was all those rumblings about them trading up to get Brock Bowers. They missed out on that. So what'd they do? They went and got Terrence Ferguson in the second round this year. I was paying attention to this. He is a rookie. He's second on the depth chart behind Tyler Higbee. And if he makes it back healthy for this, I just want to pay attention to it. I have a 5 level of interest. I think that he is a name that we're going to be talking about. Why did we not draft this guy? But injuries are going to be huge for this rookie tight end right now. Like, he's missing out so much. So that is what's keeping me out. But I would not be surprised if he got the starting job and was amazing if he's healthy. All right. And then Luke Musgrave from my Oregon State is the last player we're going to be talking about today. Other players, so linebackers and safeties, like who are surprising you? It's Luke Musgrave. I saw that Tyler Kraft is injured right now. He is listed behind Tyler Kraft. But if I think Tyler Kraft was like a 4th or 5th round draft pick, dude, they spent a 2nd round draft pick on Luke Musgrave in 2023. So the draft capital is there, especially for a tight end. And tight ends start to break out usually year 3, year 4. So the timing is correct as well. So I'm just saying, pay attention to Luke Musgrave this offseason. See, and if Tucker Kraft's injury is like keeps him out for the rest of the preseason, Musgrave might be a great draft pick at the end of your draft. Hey, man, if I forgot somebody, please add down below. There's so much reports, man, from beat writers and everybody else. It is hard to cover it all, and I don't want to miss anything, dude. So help us all out and put that on there. If you disagree with these guys, make your case as well, man, because I can take people off of this list. That will help us hone it down even further, dude. So hopefully I earned a thumbs up. Hopefully I earned a subscription, man. We need it so bad, especially right now. If you do that, it sends our videos out to a lot more people. That helps us out tremendously. So this is Tyler Big Turd Ward. This is the Fantasy Red Zone. Jason's got a video coming out in the middle of the week. We have live drinking shows on Friday. And again, man, if you want to join our listener league, please comment down below. And if you want somebody in your dynasty league, man, invite me.